buyer's remorse. This is what's this guy's name? Adam Mockler, and he covered this. I thought this was interesting. So, in a lot of these elections, you had people who voted for, like, Trump and Josh Hawley, who were both, anti-abortion rights, and then voted to get abortion rights. So you had people going out and voting for, I think women should have the right to have an abortion, but then electing the guys who took it away in the first place, and trying to get them back into power, which these guys will take it away if they can permanently. So it's interesting. There was no connection there. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's a Democratic socialist with the Democratic Party, she's very left-wing. She's from New York. A lot of people voted for her in New York. She won her re-election pretty handily. But those same people also voted, some of those same people, not all of them, but some of them voted for Trump as well. And she's like, how could you vote for me and Trump? We're so diametrically opposed on everything. And this was the answer you got, and Adam's going to explain this.
Time to be quiet, which is why this article reads, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez took to Instagram to get a better understanding of perhaps the most confusing electoral coalition, the AOC and Trump voter, people who split their ticket and voted for both AOC and Donald Trump. Now, on Sunday night, the progressive congresswoman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, opened her story comments to her followers on Instagram, asking, quote, people who support both Trump and me, or voted Trump and for Democrats, tell us why. Because if you guys didn't know, New York Congressional District number 14, AOC's district, experienced a record number of ticket splitting, meaning people voted for Donald Trump at the top of the ticket, but then they also voted for Democrats, like AOC, down ballot. They split their ticket when in 2020, people voted for Joe Biden at a 77% rate and almost always voted for AOC down ballot. Now in 2024, Kamala Harris only got about 65% of the votes in that district, which is great, but that also means Trump gained 10 to 14% of the votes in a New York district that AOC is the head of. So I want to show you guys some of the answers that AOC got. I want to show you some of the videos that she's been putting out and talk about some of the implications of what we're about to read. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe below, and let's start off with some of the answers that AOC got. So she said, I'm listening, after she asked, why did you vote for Trump and me? What could possibly make you guys vote for a Democrat, but also Trump at the top of the ticket? And the answers basically just boil down to populism. So somebody said
So when he talks about populism, he's talking about this idea of as a group, we want to see some sort of change or shift kind of thing. Something more dramatic, more radical, something different than what we had before. That's a lot of what it is, and that's kind of what's been going on with the electorate for a while. I do want to we'll just look at a couple of these real quick, because he's taking a little longer for me. So, one person said, it's really simple, Trump and you care for the working class. I mean, how could you believe that? I mean, there's... AOC does, because she's a Democratic Socialist. That's fundamental, is equality. Trump is a conservative, and he's a billionaire who's just made himself an oligarch, essentially. Him and Musk and Peter Thiel and all those guys are, basically, the rich people are running the government now, and they're going to choose what's in their best interest going forward, not yours. So, thinking that those people could both be in the same boat for the working class is ridiculous. Because they're not. AOC definitely is, Trump is not. But if you're a Trump supporter, you probably believe Trump is and the Democrats aren't. So how you could split that in your mind makes no sense to me. I like this one. Trump is going to get us the money and lets men's have voice. You're brilliant and have amazing passion. Okay? So kind of more of a sexist kind of ticket there. I want to change, so I went with Trump and blue for the rest of the ballot to put some brakes. Well, if you put brakes on, you're not going to get change. I feel like Trump and you are both real. Voted Trump, but I like you and Bernie. I don't trust either party establishment politicians. So that's what it came down to, is they were upset with inflation, with how things are. They don't feel like things have gotten better. And so they basically just voted with their gut. I feel like this. They didn't know anything about him. They didn't know what was going on. Most of these people did not know that he's, an adjudicated rapist, that he's a 34-count felon. Nobody knew that. They didn't know about his plan for cutting the government. They didn't know about Project 2025. They felt like he was an outsider. That's why they voted. So, kind of to sum up, that's really what happened with the election. So, now you know. I mean, I don't know that it makes you feel any better, but that's what happened.